people, top of the morning. It is Monday, August 18th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with him, all things is possible. Top of the top to everybody out there moving on this Monday, man. Going to work. For all the kids who's going back to school in other states, please arrive there safe. If you're going to court, doctor's appointments, vacation, wherever you traveling to, please arrive there safe. I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful for seeing another day, and knowing with him all things is possible. Oh my God, happy Monday, y'all. Uh, I've had an interesting week, very interesting, and we're gonna get into how interesting my week was. I want to say, hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Can I fix this? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to do it from here. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I need to fix something. It's on my phone. Anyway, so yeah, very interesting week. Fresh off the Harlem House of Champions amateur show yesterday. It went down. And of course, Saturday, the day before, it went down. No Doug Zone third annual barbecue. Of course, I did a recap of that. And it was super amazing. We're gonna get into that for the people who wasn't here to hear it, but we'll talk more about that. But I want to do a little recap on yesterday's event. It was amazing. If you wasn't there, I've been telling y'all for the longest, y'all missing what my man Ronnie Love is doing, man. You know, if you didn't catch it last summer and you didn't catch it this summer, I don't know what y'all doing, man. And I'm gonna get into that. I want to get into that. I don't understand what a lot of y'all be doing, quote unquote boxing fans. But we'll get into it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and tell people that this is the best place to come through in the morning. Might be the best place to come through in the afternoon, might be the best place to come through, period. Because over here we sugarcoat nothing and we don't duck no smoke from nobody. So, first of all, shout out to Harlem House of Champions. Shout out to Ronnie Love. Shout out to Mama Tiff, my man Rod Millie, and all everybody else that participated. You know what I mean? That volunteered to help, that always been doing it. Auntie, you know I love her. Everybody. We showed yesterday, before I get into the event, we showed yesterday that black people are good for something. Not Negroes, because they're good for nothing. But black people are good for something. And ever since Ronnie Love has arrived, ever since Harlem House of Champions have existed, he's probably did more good in his 2 years than people have been around forever. There's a lot of people who've been around forever that'll tell you that they've done this in their 30 or 40 years, and they really haven't done shit. Nothing. So to see what he has accomplished, what he has brought to the table, he has brought some type of life back to Harlem when Harlem was, you know, he brought some life back to it. And I want to thank him for it. Um, and you know, I get different when it comes to him and the family, because those are people that I can never say no to. Not because, oh, if you do this for free, you get it for free, you eat for free. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm gonna get into a show by any means necessary anyway. But if I got to pay, nobody can ever tell me what I've done, because me and my wife have made sacrifices to get into these boxing shows. We done made sacrifices to get to these shows. We done paid almost $100 to come from Long Island to Harlem to back, whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, when people see you volunteer and do things, the first thing they're thinking is you trying to do something for free. But in all reality, they don't know shit. Because if you know me, I just spent plenty of bread doing this. But that's either here and there. But we showed yesterday what family was. Shout outs to all the fighters yesterday. First of all, who put on a hell of a performance. I know it wasn't easy for them because I'm probably for a lot of them that was your first time maybe outside. And yesterday it was very hot. I believe it was close to the 90s or in the 90s. It was Harlem week, so of course it was the last day. And Yo, shouts to everybody that was out there. I ain't got to name y'all. I ain't got to go through each fight. Shout outs to all of y'all because I never had my particular fight that I like. It was my first time back outside for an amateur show, and it felt damn good. And I vowed to not miss any more amateur shows. I told you that before that I was going through something and I was in my feelings about something that, yeah, I could be in my feelings about it, but I should have never let it stop me from coming outside for the reason why I got involved in the first place, and it's for the amateurs and for these and for these coaches. So like I said, I spoke about it last week. But every fight was great. Enjoyed everyone, and then we got hit with the rain, y'all. The Mother Nature said that's it, which it happens all the time because Harlem Week it always rains. It rained last year, you know. Um, the only difference is with last year it didn't rain the last day. It rained the day before, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So actually, yeah. So it tends to happen sometimes. But even through the rain, the fights were still going on, and then it got too heavy where the fight had to be stopped. And I think we had about three more, maybe four more fights to go. So of course, I know the people who didn't fight were probably highly upset about it. But it always happens. But it didn't stop anything. And then of course, we had tents up where the food is served, the merchandise, and we spent time putting those tents up. And even before the rain, man, the weather was kind of disrespectful. Where it never let us keep the tents there. It kept trying to move it, so we was already getting signs of some disrespectful weather coming before it even happened. But when the weather did, take a turn for the worse, we saw great teamwork. A lot of us got wet, soaking wet. Our phones got wet. I got a new phone. I just got that got wet, so that might be a jeopardy because I don't even know if that works now. So I'm kind of pissed about that. OG Steve, my brother, what up, man? Shout out to my man, my longtime buddy, 20 some years, almost 30 years in the game, man. My man, OG Steve, man, what's up? Tell Mom Dukes I love her, give her a kiss for me. So we showed what teamwork was. When that happened, we all ran. We wasn't worried about, oh, we got these sneakers on, we got this, we got that. We ran over there and we helped. Well, I know everybody else probably pulled their camera out and laughed at us, but it's okay. We live in a world where people wait for shit to happen just so they can pull their camera out and laugh at you. But it was a funny moment. It was a proud moment, but we showed what teamwork was and what it always will be. And like I said, when it comes to Harlem House of Champions, when it comes to us in particular, and mind you, right, you probably asked, but what position do you have where you can say us? I'm just somebody that when they call me, if I can be there for them, I'm going to be there for them. A lot of y'all are just do stuff to get in for free. But when they call me, I'm going to come. And if I can't come, it's got to be because I don't feel good or I'm busy. But you better believe when they call me, yeah, I'm going to definitely be there. But like I said, as far as the matchups, um, they all were epic, man. And like I said, man, I don't really want to go through the fights because at that point it wasn't well. First of all, shout out to my man Steve O, you know what I mean, and my man E. Uh, Morris Park in the house, who won their two fights. I had to really shout them out. Um, my man Eli, know I had been waiting for him for like the last 2 years to come outside. He came out. He put on an outstanding performance. So shout out to Morris Park, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? My man Left Hook, you know what I'm saying? El Maestro. El Maestro is going to have to get some type of, I don't know, how can I say it? If they had to get an award, there's got to be some kind of most active gym award. I don't know what type of award would you give them, man. Because them dudes, and 2025 is not even over. But from January to probably yesterday, them dudes have been outside. Coach Left Hook, I think he should get Coach of the Year or Trainer of the Year. I got to get him on here. I should have got him yesterday. So good though, but I think he should get that award because my man been out here going hard. Hold on, somebody I missed in here that I didn't speak to. Champ, Camp, what up? Listen, man, this little kid that I met yesterday. If y'all go to my Instagram, I can't pronounce his name. Messa, I don't want to say it. I don't want to mess his name up. But the kid, if you go to my Instagram, the little kid, not the kid you see me, my man Josh. Shout out to my man Josh who went out there. I haven't seen Josh fight. Jesus, it's probably been maybe, I don't know, a year or two since I seen Josh. My man went out there and did his thing, man. Shout out to him, man. Love that kid. Watched him from the time he was little, man, and now he's a grown man. Shout out to Jacob, my man Jacob, who I can't wait to see come outside. My man Jeremiah, you know what I'm saying? All my dudes that I ain't seen in a minute that's back outside, they gave me that good feeling. When they told me they were back outside, I said, oh yeah, I have to show up now. It's mandatory to come back outside, even though I am positioning myself to do fights outside of New York, and I'm still am. So it's going to be some New York fights I'm not going to be at, but it's going to be some I'm going to try to get back and make up for lost time. Um, so when you see this kid and you go to my Instagram, and I didn't even know he was in Green Fitness. It's crazy. Shout out to Green Fitness. Shout out to Coach Seafood. Price, everybody that's over there. Great gym too. If you have not, if you ever come to New York City, there's a lot of gyms like Cops and Kids to go to. There's Mendez Boxing Gym. Shout out to Mendez. Um, Hellgate. There's so many gyms that you can attend to when you come to New York. Green Fitness is great. Different type of working equipment, from treadmills to lifting weights, to strength and conditioning coaches. It's a great gym. Great gym. I like to travel all the way from Harlem to BK just to go train, and it's out the way sometimes. It's out the way. Sometimes you need gyms that's out the way. You know what I mean? You can easily go to your local gym in your neighborhood, but sometimes it's good to get away. So, that's what I like to do, but that's either here and there. But yesterday it was magical. It was memorable, not just because of the fights, because like I said, the most memorable thing that I got. Oh, let me show you guys something. Let me show you something that's important, right? Give me a second. Now, mind you, it rained yesterday, right? And of course, we had these. These are the ring. These are the ring cards, right? I know you can't see it because it's super ring card, right? But it rained yesterday, right? So with it raining yesterday, it got a little messed up. But if you look at it, right, it's a little wrinkled, right? A little messed up. But then I had my brother Ronnie Love sign it, right? Now you probably thinking, boy, what you happy because you got an autograph? You happy because he signed it? No, I want you to look how messed up this is, right? Look how messed up it is. Look how messed up it is, right? Well, it's messed up, McLean. Why did you take it? What's your point? that represents something, and not just the struggle, hard work and dedication. Because the rain, even though we got the fights that we needed to get in, and even though there was other fights left, it wasn't so much about just the fights that made the show great. It made the show great with the teamwork. That represents something. We could have easily threw that away. I told Ronnie Love, no, you signed it because we framed that and we're going to put it in something. And we're going to be able to say years from now, not just next year, years from now, yeah, I was at that fight on 125th when it rained. See, a lot of stuff that y'all see people keep sometimes we say, it don't make no sense. Why are you keeping that? There's a meaning behind everything that people do, even if you don't understand what it is. And I had to learn that because I used to look at people like, what is that? What does that mean? Why do you have that? It's not about that represents the struggle. Yesterday will never be forgotten. And who knows, next year might not be like this year, but it was teamwork from the beginning to the end. And hey man, shout outs to everybody, man. Fighters, coaches, everybody who came out yesterday, man. It's I love it, man. Let me tell you, I just love it. I don't know how, some of you guys, I love boxing, I love boxing, I love boxing. You scream that you love boxing all day. And then when it's time to come outside, you guys are nowhere to be found. You guys are nowhere to be found. You know, I'm very strict on, supporting the amateurs, man. But a lot of you guys, y'all don't care about that. Y'all just care about supporting fighters that's established already. And it's not about coming out for a Harlem House of Champions. It's about coming out for amateurs, period, in every state. Because y'all have to realize these fighters that y'all going crazy over, these established fighters are not going to be established fighters forever. Some are going to go through some things where, hey, they might be bankrupt. They might go through homelessness, God forbid. But it's not even about if they have money or not when they're done. Once they're done, they're done. And then you guys are looking for a whole new class. And these kids, some of them are grown adults too, are the ones that we need to be paying attention to. But of course, I tell y'all that I stress that to y'all all the time, man. Some of y'all are, I don't know, some of y'all are just y'all kind of different in the way y'all move. I don't, like, a lot of times I don't understand some of y'all and the things you do. It may be, it maybe it's just me, right? Maybe I'm pushing too hard. Maybe I might be doing a little too much. Some of it doesn't make sense. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix something, and I'm going to get to you in a second. But that was the most magical event that I've ever been a part of yesterday. It was magical, and it will never be forgotten. Um, and like I said, showing you what I just showed you, you look at it and you go, well, it's nothing. It's nothing, McLean. But no, it is for something. It's something, and it means something. It's not one of them things I just grab and just hold in my house just to say I have it. It means something. And years from now, um, when it's all said, and it's not for sale, because some people will go, man, I remember that Harlem House of Champions gym. Oh, I remember this gym in California or in St. Louis. I remember that. And when somebody wants something, that will never be for sale. That will never be for sale. A lot of stuff that I have, or you have, could never be for sale. So there's a lot of things in life that you have to hold on to that's not worth you giving up. Because sometimes people will go, yo, you're gonna sell it about 30 years from now, it'll be worth something. Like a lot of you guys who's going to get things signed by fighters or whoever, if they y'all want to sell it, to me, I don't know, do what you want to do, but that shit is kind of whack to me. It's kind of whack because that's why a lot of people don't want to sign anything because they know that that's what y'all gonna do. But when I go to an amateur fighter and I sign something, or they sign something for me, excuse me, that means a lot, right? Because that's worth, like, people will go, well, yo, you had his autograph when he was an amateur. Oh, that's gonna be worth so much, and now he's pro. And I go, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm selling it. I'm not selling it. Nowadays, yeah, we got to get money, but I go get my money by going to get my money, if you get what I'm saying. So with me, it's just I'm not into that. Yo, y'all smash that like button. Y'all get them likes up, man. And I appreciate all my subscribers that yesterday, 636. Let's get to 650. Let's share this out, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's share this out. Let's stop waiting to go to channels where we hear drama and we hear people gossiping like a bunch of little girls. And then y'all quick to smash their like button. Y'all quick to get their subscribers up. Because what lets me know is that if that's what y'all like, that's what makes y'all messy. Y'all messy testy, like they would say. If you're looking to go to a channel where it's not none of that going on, none of that garbage going on, this is the right place to be. There's no debating over here. It ain't none of that craziness over here. We keep chill over here. We keep it real chill over here. Steve, what up? I see you, my guy. I see you. And once again, shout outs to everybody Saturday who came for the annual barbecue. Shout outs to all y'all again for my third year. Shout outs to all y'all. And we'll be working on something for the fourth annual. So don't worry. I won't be making no public announcement about it, but we're working on something for it. So everybody will be on the lookout for 2026. Of course, like I said, the LDBC will be up here in New York next year. Yesterday was Mom's birthday. Damn it! Tell Moms I said happy birthday. Oh man, yo Steve, man, you know what too? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Um, we got to do that. We got to do that interview, bro. We got to do that. We got to do that chop up because even though Mom's is home, thank God, we still got to do that chop up because there's some things that because of the situation she was in and people go through it all over the world. There's some things that people need to hear about these places that our loved ones be in and how they're being treated. We need to get to that when you got a day. We need to get to that like real fast, like ASAP. I don't care if people want to hear it or not. Because everybody looks at my channel and just think that it's boxing, 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 boxing. And people don't know that we deeper than boxing. So we're gonna find a day between this month or next month that we can get it going before I start getting busy out here. Because I'm about to, yeah, I gotta push myself to do some things and I gotta hurry up because not just end of this year, but next year, I need some things to pop off that shouldn't have to wait till next year. It should have been going on now, but it's all good. Yeah, well, I figure you'd be more busy than I am because you got moms. So I don't want to interfere with your schedule with you taking care of her. You know what I mean? Because that comes first. John, what up? But like I said, yeah, shouts to everybody on Saturday. Shouts to everybody yesterday. September 5th and 6th, amateur boxing will be live from Gleason's Boxing Gym. Any Oh, thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know me already, John. I'm grinding. Um, September 5th is September 6th. One of those days, I don't know which one, I will be live from Gleason Boxing Gym. So amateurs will be live the 5th and the 6th of Gleason, the 5th and the 6th of September. I probably can't make both days, but I'm going to make one day, or I might just make both days. It's been a minute since I've done back-to-back days, so you'll probably see me in the house. I believe the 5th is on a Friday, the 6th is on a Saturday, so uh, I'll probably just make both days. It's a lot of work, but I got to come back outside. Like I've said, I've missed a lot of time doing what I do. Smash that like button, yo. We got 8 people watching, 5 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all could do better than that. It ain't that early in the morning. Some of y'all get up early in the morning to smoke a blunt and drink some Henny and play video games. Come on now. Wake up. And for everybody who's not following Harlem House of Champions, if you're not following Harlem House of Champions on Instagram, follow Harlem House of Champions on Instagram. Follow my brother Ronnie Love. Um, if you're a boxing fan and you see whoever I post as far as amateurs, follow them. Follow them. I don't care if they're 8 years old or if they're 21. Follow them, because a lot of these fighters you see are the future, and we have to let them know that we support them and stop overlooking them because we worrying about Tank Shakur, we're worrying about Devin, we're worrying about Brian Norman, we're worrying about Boots, we're worrying about Virgil Ortiz, Carissa Shields. Is her and Layla Ali gonna fight? Like, some of y'all just, Jesus Christ. Sometimes y'all just gotta relax, bro. Relax. Relax. Oh, we want to see it. Well, okay, the same way y'all want to see that, I want to see y'all support some of these amateurs and the coaches. I want to see you do that. I want to see you do that. Because they put just as much time in the gym as the pros do. They put just as much time in. So be mindful of that. But every time I go back to yesterday and I think about how the day went, that was just it was super dope. It was funny. It was something for all of us to laugh at. And we pretty much enjoyed it, man. But I mean, we had the time of our lives, man. We had the time of our lives. And something that just would never be forgotten. And it just shows you that, like I said, we all could come together. We all could come together and do something if we want to do it. Because, like I said, our people are always being looked at as we can't come together to do anything. Oh, Miss Stiff, no problem. We appreciate you. I was just up here talking about you guys. Just up here talking about you guys. About how we showed the people that black people could come together to do things. We always being criticized that we can't do anything together. We can't be under the same roof. We can't be in the same room. There's nothing that black people can do. And it's wrong, because there's a lot that we can do. Since I've known you guys, I've seen you guys do amazing things, not just for the fighters, but for Harlem, period. You guys are much appreciated because you have brought some life back to Harlem. And people are going to appreciate it. People are gonna appreciate it because it's bigger than boxing when it comes to Harlem House of Champions. It's much bigger than boxing, and like I said, we love you guys. I love you guys, and there's not one time I ever tell you guys no. I tell you, if I ever tell you guys no, I promise you it's because I got something to do or I don't feel good. So there's never going to be a time I'm going to look you guys in the eyes and tell you no for no reason. Well, I just don't feel like messing with you guys today. Um, Champ, you know the funny thing about me, and I didn't get to talk to you yesterday because I was so mesmerized by seeing your son and seeing them with the belts and all that, and that was pretty dope. I thought it was cocky though, man. I thought it was. I said, yo, I like this kid, man. I like this kid, man. But I didn't get to explain to you yesterday that when people see me, the misconception is he just talks boxing, and my show's bigger than boxing. I like to always get into a lot of deeper things that's bigger than boxing because I always say we have a bigger fight in the world than boxing. But I love what I do. Of course, I've never been a guy, I've never competed before because, we always got people in boxing that be like, if you ain't compete before, you ain't never did this. I've sparred, so a dude can never tell me nothing like that. And there's footage on me doing that. I just haven't done it in a while. Um, People look for things to pick and poke at you about to make you feel bad about what it is that you do because they figure you don't belong here. And it's crazy, right? Because only thing you're trying to do is do what you love, and people will find a way to try to criticize you about that. It's messed up. It did get crazy with the Wild Wind, and I was just telling them, right, Mama, I was just telling them, look, let me show you something. I was just telling them, keeping this right here means something. Yeah, it's messed up, but it's memories. This is something I could hold 20 years from now and say, listen, we was out in the rain. We was out in the rain, and look, Ronnie was getting ready to throw that card away. I said, man, I'm not letting you throw that card away. Autograph that. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to frame it. And years from now, I'm not selling it. So ain't nobody getting that. Nobody's getting that right there. So if you don't have nothing from Harlem House of Champions that you could save and hold 20 or 30 years from now, you're out of luck. Like, Mama, check this, right? I knew we wasn't supposed to have took these off the chair when y'all did it back in April, but I just so happened to see it, and I was like, well, I don't know if we supposed to take these because some people were taking them, but I'm gonna keep it because some things you just can't get. So when it's all said and done and Ronnie retires and go, well, I'm not doing this anymore, which he has some time, you have nothing that you can take with you. But back to what I was saying about people will make you feel uncomfortable about what you're doing because they figure you have no experience in it. And they go, you never boxed before, so why are you coaching? Yeah, I know, Mama. I know, Mama. But we're not supposed to have took them. But hey, listen, I love Ronnie so much, and I love y'all so much that it's it's deeper than boxing when it comes to you guys. Whenever y'all call me, I'm gonna always pull up, and it's not about getting in for free. It's not about eating. It's not about none of that because, like I said, I'm a guy that if I want to get into a show and I have to pay, then I'm gonna pay to get in. Me and my wife has spent almost, God, I don't know, almost $1,000 and some dollars getting into a lot of shows. If you add it up, you know what I'm saying? We just spent some paper getting into some shows and not just paying to get in the shows, but paying to get to the shows. We have paid anywhere from 50 to 75 to maybe $90 just getting in cabs, traveling to places, catching the train there, but catching the cab back. We have made some sacrifices. So when somebody looks at me But he shouldn't be a content creator. He ain't never boxed before. What could he possibly know about boxing? I've been getting that probably for the last 5 years I've been doing this. And let me tell you something, man. At one time, I was going to walk away from it because it's not that I can't take criticism. I can't take people running their mouth, especially when they don't say it to your face. I come from an era where we didn't say stuff on social media because there wasn't no social media. You had to, whatever you had to say, you had to pull up on somebody and say it. But a lot of these people are suckers where they start sneak this. And I try not to knock people for what it is that they do. Only thing I ask is whatever you do, be serious about it and be real about it. As a content creator, I take this serious. And when it comes to these fighters, amateur fighters, I take that very serious. So if I feel like I see somebody coming and trying to do what I'm doing, and even if they don't have no experience, I would like to give them some advice on it or try to help the best way I can. Now, if you coming in just doing anything, you're trying to make me look bad, then I gotta correct you on it. But people will really try to discourage you and make you feel like, do you belong here? I know there's some people who see Ronnie Love and they go, or people like him and they go, where did this guy come from? Who is he? How the hell is he able to throw a show in the middle of Harlem? I've been in boxing for 30 or 40 years, man, and I can never pull that off. Hard work and dedication. Some of y'all wait. The problem is some of y'all wait too long to start doing something with yourselves. And when you see somebody else do it, now either you hating on them or you say to yourself, damn, I had the opportunity to do that 20 years ago. Why didn't I do it? So steady congratulating the next person, y'all judge him. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like my brother Ronnie who's all over the world who's doing that. And the question is, where did they come from? There's a lot of things we do in this world that we probably didn't start off doing. And people go, yeah, John, for real. John, they started hating, John. I swear to God, they started hating. They'll hate. Where did you come from? And then, oh, he's not that nice at what he do. And I don't like the way he does his shows or whatever. People are so mean in this world. Like I said, they say things to you to try to discourage you. When I was at that show yesterday, man, I seen a lot of people that I used to be cool with at one time, whatever reason I'm not cool with them, give me certain looks. I'm not worried about it because number one, I'm in my backyard. So I'm not even worried about it. And even if I'm not in my backyard, I'm not worried about it because when you're doing something you love and you appreciate it and it appreciates you, you don't go out your way to tarnish that. You don't go out your way to destroy that. You don't let the devil comes in all different disguises. If y'all remember, I talked to y'all about that. The devil come in all different disguises. The devil could be your family member. It could be your coworker. It could be somebody you married to. The devil come in different disguises. So nothing yesterday made me stop doing my work because at the end of the day, I still seen a lot of people who appreciate my work, who love me, people that they haven't seen me in a while. Because the last show I was at was Harlem House of Champions in April. So I've been off this time, but I will never, ever, 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 ever do that again. Because I miss doing what I do. And yesterday was I got a dose of what I've been missing and what I've been craving for. And what I've been craving for is to be there with these fighters every step of the way. And a lot of them yesterday, I watched them grown from 4 years ago. From the first time I picked up a camera and ran into a gym to watch them. And here it is years later, a lot of them are graduates from high school. A lot of them that went off to college. A lot of them that went off to be pros. Some of them are getting ready to start their own family if they don't have one already. So you can't let anything or anybody come in between that. So if there's ever a time somebody goes, Yeah, well, he's a content creator, but he shouldn't speak boxing because we have never seen him compete, or we might have never seen him spar. Okay, and you saying that is supposed to do what for me? There's a lot of commentators in sports, and even though some of them they do a horrible job at commentating, but a lot of them been doing it for some years. Some are good at it, some suck. You got some fighters that are commentators that's in the fight game, and some of them suck and they boxed before. So what are we saying? You got commentators who played in the NBA, great players, but they suck as commentators. You got NBA players who try to become coaches. They were great as players, but they suck as coaches. You got rappers who are good at rappers. They're good at being rappers. But as far as them signing somebody to their label or paying them and doing contracts, they suck at it. Where you say you should know better because you've been in the game. You would expect an unexperienced person to do that. So we need to think about some of the things we say before we say it. Because I guarantee you, I guarantee you this. I could probably do a better job than some of you people that's experienced. And I say some of you, not all of you, but some of you. Because some of you want to be bothered with this boxing when you want to be bothered. I'm bothered with it all the time. I just pick and choose what I want to be bothered with. See, some of y'all wait for something to happen in boxing to be bothered with it. I don't sit around and wait for no breaking news. I don't sit around waiting for no sources says. I don't wait for none of that. Because soon as we sit around and we wait for that, the first thing we do is we go gossip. Or we all go get on the panel and everybody's arguing with each other. I don't do all that. I don't have time for that. Like some of y'all are like you gossip. I don't have time for that. I'm not waiting for no breaking news because number one, I'm too busy supporting these amateurs. Me and my wife is too busy being business partners and thinking, okay, how can we make No Duck Zone better today than we did yesterday? And I think that's probably why I sit up under Harlem House of Champions so much, not just because I love them and their family. I look at them and they kind of make me come up with some ideas for No Duck Zone, not copying them, but I sit and I go, yo, being around these people are freaking amazing because then I can think about what it is that I need to do with No Duck Zone. How can I make it better? Because that's the thing. When you have a brand and you're doing something, right, it's always how could I make it better? Yes, make it better today than I made it yesterday. It's kind of like, all right, if you made you $500 yesterday, you thinking about how could you make 1,000 today? How could I do better today than I did yesterday? And I think a lot of us, we miss that. We don't think about that. We too busy trying to compete with everybody else. Like for me, I always said this. I'm not out competing with nobody. Like all these other YouTube channels, I'm not out here competing with y'all. Some of y'all, I can't stand it. I can't stand a chance against any of y'all, and it's cool. I don't want to. I don't want to because a lot of y'all are not talking about anything. At least that I don't care. Oh, that's too much light. That's too much light. I gotta turn this way. That's too much going on. I'm looking at my other phone. I'm sorry. It's too much. Let me sit here. That's too much going on. Yeah, I'm not with the competing thing. I don't have time for that. I just stick to what it is that I do, that I know how to do best. I'm not going to be on here long, y'all. Usually I'll do an hour. Not this morning. I'm going to sit back and relax. The weather looks like it's going to be kind of bad today, so I'm probably going to come back here later on tonight. Mama Tiff, I gotta do something with you on here. Uh, I don't know when, but it's important. So I gotta call you. We need to do something on here one day. Your voice needs to be heard because I think some people know um, of you, but they don't know about you. And I'm going to get Ronnie too. I should have been got Ronnie. I don't know what I've been waiting for, but Ronnie's such a busy man. I have to get him, and I got to get Rod. It's so many. I should have been got you guys, but like I said, y'all be having a lot to do, so I have to make sure when I do get y'all, it's at a decent time. But yesterday was a dope show, man. If you never been to a show, man, like I said, man, come on out. The next show for me should be the 5th or the 6th, like I said, of September. I got to see how that going. From September going all the way to December, I got to make up for the 4 months, like I said, that I was out. So rather if it's New York, New Jersey, or PA, you're going to see me go live at different events. So it's called the No Doug Zone Tour. I was supposed to took this tour last year and the year before, and because of my financial and me messing up and me just deciding, you know what, I'll stay in New York and just do it here. And it kind of messed it up. So, Jersey, I'm definitely working on Jersey. October 10th, if I'm not mistaken, October 10th is an all-female show. I said it before, all-female show in Jersey. So October 10th, which is a Saturday, no, Friday. I think it might be a Friday. That's where you can expect to see me out there live for all female show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram. I posted it. So any coaches who have female fighters, I don't think they put the show together yet. I don't know, but Legacy Boxing Club out in Jersey, y'all might want to reach out to them. If you have any female fighters, y'all might want to hurry up because there's never a lot of female cards going on. So when they do come up, y'all have to take advantage of it and get on out there. And that's what we gonna do. But shout outs to Harlem House of Champions yesterday. Shout out to all the fighters. Shout out to everybody who, like I said, who put in the work when the weather got bad and everybody came together to help. Teamwork makes the dream work. And just looking forward to the next show, man. The next Harlem House of Champions show. Be on the lookout for the next announcement. If you're not following them, Mama Tiff, Harlem Holiday, follow her on Instagram. Harlem House of Champions, Ronnie Love, Rod Millie, follow the family. They're going to do some great things for the rest of this year, but in 2026, Harlem House of Champions is taking over not just Harlem, but possibly New York City. All right, I love y'all. I'm going to come back a little later on tonight because I am tired and I want to rest. I got some editing. I got to edit some video from yesterday. So I'll talk to y'all. I love y'all. Be blessed. Make sure you smash the like button, man. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. It's No Doug Zone Podcast. Let's go.